आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में हम रिडक्शन फॉर्मूला ऑब्टेन करेंगे फॉर द इंटीग्रल साइन रेज टू पावर एम एक्स इंटू कोस रेज टू पावर एन एक्स डी एक्स. लेट्स से दिस इंटीग्रल बी आई. Now the integral I can be connected to the one of the following integrals depending upon the power m and n. If m is positive, then integral I can be connected to first integral sin raised to power m minus 2x cos raised to power n x dx. If n is positive, then integral can be connected to the second sin raised to power mx cos raised to power n minus 2x dx. If m is negative, then given integral I can be connected to the third integral sin raised to power m plus 2x into cos raised to power n x dx. If n is negative, then our given integral I can be connected to the integral sin raised to power mx cos raised to power n plus 2x dx. And if m is positive and n is negative, then I can be connected to sin raised to power m minus 2x cos raised to power n plus 2x. And if n is positive and m is negative, then I can be connected to sin raised to power m plus 2x into cos raised to power n minus 2x dx. It means if say m is positive and n is negative, then our given integral can be connected to the first and fourth and fifth. Similar for other cases. Now what will be the method to connect the given integral I to one of the following? The method is, first we suppose a term p which is sin raised to power alpha plus 1x into cos raised to power beta plus 1x, where alpha is the smaller power of sin x and beta is the smaller power of cos x in the two integrals which are to be connected. For example, we want to connect the given integral I and integral fifth, then sin raised to power mx and sin raised to power m minus 2x, the smaller power is m minus 2, so alpha is m minus 2, and power of cos x is n in I and n plus 2 in the second integral, so beta is n. After this we differentiate to find dp by dx, which can be expressed in terms of the two integrals, and after this we integrate both sides and we get the required reduction formula. Let's see one example. Connect integral sin raised to power mx cos raised to power nx dx with the integral sin raised to power m minus 2 x into cos raised to power nx dx, and hence find integral sin raised to power 4x into cos square x dx. Now see the solution. First, suppose the term p which is equal to sin x raised to power alpha plus 1, where alpha is the small of these two terms, means m minus 2 plus 1 into cos raised to power beta plus 1, where beta is the smaller of these two power, which is same n So beta is n plus 1, means p is equal to sine raised to power m minus 1 x into cos raised to power n plus 1 x. Now we find dp by dx. So there are two terms. We use product rule. First function as it is, derivative of second n plus 1 cos raised to power nx, and by the chain rule derivative of cos x is minus sin x, plus now derivative of first m minus 1 sin raised to power m minus 2 x multiplied by the chain rule cos x into second function as it is, cos raised to power n plus 1 x, which is equal to minus n plus 1 sin raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx plus m minus 1 sin raised to power m minus 2x into cos raised to power n plus 2x, which is equal to minus n plus 1 sin raised to power mx cos raised to power nx plus minus m minus 1 sin raised to power m minus 2x into cos raised to power nx multiplied by cos square x, and further cos square x can be written as 1 minus sin square x. So we can write here 1 minus sin square x. Now further this term is equal to minus n plus 1 sin raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx plus m minus 1 sin raised to power m minus 2x into cos raised to power nx minus m minus 1 sin raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx. Now these two terms can be combined, minus n plus m sin raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx plus m minus 1 sin raised to power m minus 2x into cos raised to power nx, and our left hand side is dp by dx. Now integrate both sides. We get integration dp by dx with respect to x minus m plus n integration sin raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx dx plus m minus 1 integration sin raised to power m minus 2x into cos raised to power nx dx. So derivative of dp by dx is p, which is equal to minus m plus n, our first integral sin raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx dx plus m minus 1 multiplied by the second integral m minus 2 cos raised to power nx dx, and p is Sine raised to power m minus 1x into cos raised to power n plus 1x. Sine raised to power m minus 1x into cos raised to power n plus 1x, which is equal to minus m plus n. Let's say this integral is I1 and this integral is I2. So right hand side is minus m plus n I1 plus m minus 1 into I2. So m plus n I1 is equal to minus sine raised to power m minus 1x into cos raised to power n plus 1x plus m minus 1 I2. So I1 is equal to minus sine raised to power m minus 1x cos raised to power n plus 1x divided by m plus n plus m minus 1 divided by m plus n I2. Now putting the value of I1 and I2, we get integral sine raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx dx is equal to minus sine raised to power m minus 1 into cos raised to power n plus 1x divided by m plus n plus m minus 1 divided by m plus n integral sine raised to power m minus 2 x into cos raised to power nx dx, which is the required reduction formula which connects the two integral this and this. Now we evaluate the integral sine raised to power 4x into cos raised to power 2x. For this we put m equal to 4 and n equal to 2 in the final result. Let's say this final result is 1. So we put m equal to 4, n equal to 2 in 1. We get sine raised to power 4x into cos square x, which is equal to minus sine raised to power 3x cos raised to power 3x divided by 4 plus 2 6 plus 4 minus 1 3 by 6 into sine square x into cos square x dx. Let's say this is 2. Now again put m equal to 2, n equal to 2 in 1. We get integral sine square x into cos square x dx is equal to minus sine x into cos cube x by 4 plus 1 by 4 integral sine raised to power 0x into cos square x dx, which is equal to further minus sine x cos cube x divided by 4 plus 1 by 4 integral sine x raised to power 0 is 1 and cos square x is equal to 1 plus cos 2x by 2 dx minus sine x cos cube x by 4 plus 1 by 8 and integration of 1 is x and integration of cos 2x is sine 2x by 2. So minus sine x cos cube x by 4 plus sine 2x by 16 plus x by 8. Now putting this value of integral in 2, we get sine raised to power 4x into cos square x dx is equal to minus sine cube x cos cube x by 6 plus 1 by 2 multiplied by the integral sine square x into cos square x, which is equal to this, means minus sine x cos cube x by 8 plus sine 2x by 32 plus x by 16, which is the required final answer. Now see another example. Evaluate the integral 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx dx, where m and n are positive integers, and hence find the integral 0 to pi by 2 sine raised to power 5x into cos raised to power 4x dx. Now first we find a formula for this integral. Let's see how. First we connect the integral sine raised to power mx into cos raised to power nx and the integral sine raised to power m minus 2x into cos raised to power nx dx, which we have already find in our previous example, and the formula was this in equation number 1. Once again, so now taking the limit from 0 to pi by 2, pi by 2, let's say integral on left hand side is I m n, which is equal to, on the right hand side in the first term if we put pi by 2, x is equal to pi by 2, we know that cos pi by 2 is 0, so we get 0 by putting upper limit, and if we put x equal to 0, we know that sine x is 0, so we get 0 minus 0 by the first term, plus m minus 1 divided by m plus n multiplied by the second integral, which is clearly I m minus 2 n. Let's say this is equation 1. Now if we replace m by m minus 2 in first, we get I m minus 2 n is equal to m minus 3 divided by m plus n minus 2 into I m minus 4 n. Therefore, if we put this value in 1 on the right hand side, we get I m n is equal to m minus 1 multiplied by m minus 3 divided by m plus n into m plus n minus 2 multiplied by I m minus 4 n. And we can repeat this argument by again replacing m by m minus 4 in 1. So what will be the final answer? It's depend upon the value of m, whether m is odd or integer. So let's consider the case 1. If m is an odd integer, then I m n is equal to m minus 1 m minus 3 into m minus 5, and because m is odd and therefore m minus 1 is even, so finally we end with an even integer which is 2 divided by m plus n multiplied by m plus n minus 2 and so on. So by decreasing by 2 we end with n plus 3, and this multiplied by I 1 n. But we know that I 1 n is equal to integral 0 to pi by 2 sine x raised to power 1x into cos raised to power nx dx, and because derivative of cos x is sin x, so this is minus cos x raised to power n plus 1 x, sorry, divided by n plus 1 and limit from 0 to pi by 2. So if we put upper limit pi by 2, we know that cos pi by 2 is 0, so 0 minus and minus minus plus, and if we put x equal to 0 lower limit, cos 0 is 1, so 1 by n plus 1 means 1 by n plus 1. Now putting the value of I1 n in this term, we get I m n is equal to m minus 1 into m minus 3 decreasing by 2, we end with 2 divided by m plus m plus n minus 2, and again decreasing by 2, we end with n plus 3, and this multiplied by 1 by n plus 1. Say this is 2. Now consider the second case when m is an even integer. If m is an even integer, then I m n is equal to m minus 1, we follow this pattern, means we decrease by 2, m minus 3, m minus 5, and so on. And because m is even, and therefore m minus 1 is odd, so we end with an odd number, which is 1, and which divides by m plus n, m plus n minus 2, again decreasing by 2, and we end with n plus 2, and this multiplied by I 0 n, but I 0 n is integral 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to power 0x into cos raised to power nx dx, which is equal to 0 to pi by 2 into cos raised to power nx dx. Now what will be this integral? And this is Wallis formula, we have already done. Yes, see this result. N minus 1 go on decreasing by 2 divided by n into go on decreasing by 2, and multiplied by pi by 2 if n is even and 1 if n is odd. So this is equal to n minus 1, n minus 3, n minus 5, and so on, 3 into 1 divided by n into n minus 2, n minus 4, and so on, 4 into 2, and this multiplied by pi by 2 if n is even, and this multiplied by 1 if n is odd. N minus 1, n minus 3, and so on, 3 into 1 divided by n into n minus 2 into 4 into 2. So putting the value of I0 n, which is this, in this term, we get the required result Imn. Now we solve this integral 0 to pi by 2 sin raised to power 5x cos raised to power 4x. Sin raised to power 5x into cos raised to power 4x dx 0 to pi by 2, which is clearly I 5 4, and here m is 5, so which is odd, so we use this formula. In case 1, m is odd integer, formula is this, so we use this formula to solve our integral. M minus 1 into m minus 3 and so on up to 2, and divided by m plus n into m plus n minus 2 and so on, n plus 3 into n plus 1. Here m is 5 and n is 4, so this is equal to 5 minus 1 multiplied by 5 minus 3, which is 2, so we end with 2, divided by m plus n, which is 9, multiplied by 7, multiplied by 5, and n is 4, so we end with 4 plus n plus 1 means 5, 4 plus 1 means 5, we end with 5. So answer is 4 into 2 divided by n into 7 into 5 means 8 by 315. Thank you.